This is Divine Sunshine coming to you with your weekend update. I'll start off with that one. Just kind of looking at just some things and just very quickly to see. I can't do my little catchy stuff because the iPad, I'm trying to understand to try to get it to go down on some of the videos. So I got to try to see if anybody knows how you could do that, because it keeps on saying I got too many videos. I took it off. And so just trying to see as far as how I can be able to go back to doing my little catchy thing. So this is for the 20th and the 21st. Before I get into it, just letting you know that we, myself, Jubilee 1111, April Williams, and Kathy D will be live tomorrow at 7:30 Central Time and 8:30 Eastern Time. For a healing. We're reaching on Sunday the 21st, which is the opening of the portal. My understanding is for union. It's a period right there opening, and then there's another portal that's going to open up for July 5th. Those times, because that's eclipse time, and so that time will be a time in which you need to cleanse and get rid of and start the healing process, so you can be able to receive. I just got a message while I'm talking to you all. Excuse me 1 second. It's going to go down. So you can receive messages from your so you can be able to receive your divine counterpart. Did this turn over and go kind of more slanted that way? You kind of did. Whoa. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's why I figured. I said, wait a second. It started slamming off on this one. As well. So that is where we are. That's fine. If it's half me, whatever. Here we go messing around stuff. Oh, my OCD be showing out, but it's gonna do it. So with that of understanding, yeah, well then turn this way. With understanding, I'm back. That with our counterparts, we need to get ready. We got to cleanse out all that stuff. I call it the 16 hefty bags. We cannot no longer bring those 16 hefty bags with you in terms of you trying to get union. Some of that's got to be cleared out. At least if we go by Patricia McNealy's theory, she said we have to be at least 80% clear. 20% of that stuff can still be there, because some of that stuff you and your divine counterpart have got to still work on those things together. Okay? All right then. So let's see what's the overall. This is what it was telling me. So bring out the overall. So what is the overall energies this weekend for the twin flame lovers? Okay. Make it clear, make it plain. Thank you. It's you. Ooh, 3 of Cups. All right. So we got this kid thing of. So it's a coming together. This weekend is a really coming together of sort. Your soul family, your really family, or really the concentration on family. And I can know that even for myself as well. I'm not going to take it into other things. So we got the 3 of Cups. It's something about you, another energy, spirit, soul, and body. Those 3 energies, body, mind, and spirit. Those 3 energies, family, your soul family, all those things, you and your soul family and source, all those kind of 3. So we got the cups energies, like a community of a coming together. Okay, so when we're looking at the divine feminist energies, let's look on the heaven and earth. I'm going to flip it around, because I've been saying I was going to do it for the longest. So we always say on earth as it is in heaven. And I usually start it the opposite way. So I'm going to do what's happening on earth and then transfers as far as what does heaven, or the 5th D or the 4th D aspect, or more higher astral sees that. So when we're talking about the divine feminine's energies, start off with you today. Divine enemy energies. Make it clear, make it plain. Well, that's a lot, too many. Thank you. And again, make it clear, make it plain for the divine masculine. I like these. For the divine feminine. And let me say this also as a disclaimer, because I seen a comment that was made on the page. Also, remember, that's with every reader that you read. Some things may resonate, some may not. If this does not resonate, don't sit there and try to make it fit for you to be able to resonate. If it doesn't, just go on ahead and say, I'm listening, and give off good vibes for those who maybe this might be for them. If it does not, you're always more than welcome, to do what you feel spiritually led to do at that time. But please understand that that's my readings. Anybody else that you go to, the same thing. Some things you have to remember, we're casting a very wide net to everybody, and some people might go right straight through the net, or they might swim out the net. So again, our tendency is, yes, to have everybody that's included in the reading, but sometimes I have to be honest, and I know my things, it may or may not. Okay, so I just want to say that as a disclaimer. Okay, so now let's see. Those of you of the divine feminist energies, right now you on the point where the divine masculine says that he's in his night of what's going on with the update. What's going on with the divine feminine is that the divine masculine is a Knight of Pentacles, is really off strategizing right now. He's not, for some of you all, he's not there. And if he is there, some kind of way, whatever's happening in the world is pulling him. So maybe he might be a workaholic and he's off doing things. He might be dealing with some situations that's worldly, like in the 3D, like in the Matrix, like Neo and Trinity. He's off down in the Matrix, right? She might be up in the Nebuchadnezzar handling things. He's giving her like a small little token, which this is like a lime, they said. Whatever it is, it's like a bittersweet thing. It's like, you look at it and say, oh, that's nice. But at the same time, the divine feminine is like, okay, this is it. I was expecting something else. But to him, it means something. So divine feminists, they be kind of prepared that some of you all, that your divine feminine masculine might be offering this small token this weekend to you to let you know, hey, just hold on to this till I get back, because I'm strategizing on something right now. And whatever it is, he's riding freedom. It has something to do with freedom, because anytime you see horses, that's what it means. For the divine masculine, he's moving into the energies of understanding that these 10 of Wands, he's got to take action. This is what he actually wants. He wants to come together, divine feminine, and him together. So whatever it is, he wants to do this spontaneous act. So the divine feminine, he's probably whatever this that you're picking up in the 3D that your divine masculine is doing, he feels like at the end of it, once he takes this action and he wants to start back over again with you, he wants to do this spontaneous. It's going to get you off your guard or come out of the blue. Because why he wants, how I know this is because this is like here, you see him with his underwear down below his pants. This doesn't seem like this was planned. This looked like, it's just like in the heat of the moment that it happened. So some of you all, he really wants to have sex, whatever it is, he wants to be spontaneous with it as well. You got the 4 chalices. Right now, he feels that the divine feminine is really directing him as to where to go. Seems like to him, since she's in red, she's more rooted. And she's trying to tell him that, again, where she's at, she's hit her sweet spot, because I see sweets here. So she's already looking at the point of, I see a bird here, she's ascending, because the column on her side is that way. She looks like she's saying, and she's opening the doorway to be is like a gated thing, which is like going into like a garden or whatever kind of territory that he's about to go into next. I've noticed it's closed for her. So it's like that chapter could be closed for her. She doesn't need to go any further than that. But it's open on his side. So something he's got to go through as well. It almost looks like to me when I see that, that's like a gated thing. It could be a house or a mansion or something like that. But, I don't know why when I see that, I see it like a gated to it, like a cemetery. So whatever it is, he got to put something to death. It's got to be an ending to it. And so she's kind of showing him how to do. Whatever is required of it, I see here at the top of it is causing him to be able to, he's got to cut some things off. He's got to attract some things to him. And it's got to do with money here. Okay, money is the big issue here. So again, he's got to collect some things. At the end of the day, he's got the 7 of chalices here. Understanding that he might be right now, he's taking some slow action. He understands that the divine master knows that in 3D. He still has the flame is ignited. And it's on both sides. And a lot of times he's kind of wishing, I'm looking here like hopes and wishes, like sweet dreams here. That's what's bringing to me when I look at this. And so he really does want the divine feminine to be there. He understands that he's moving very slow, but slow and steady wins the race. And that's really what he believes in and understands. And so right now they are wrapped up. I'm seeing in this light blue. It could be in communications, but what I'm picking up is communications in imagination. Because the way, if my religious beliefs, anything that was the color light blue was meant imagination. So this is what we're seeing here, is that he's really he's wrapping himself and her up into his imaginations. He might be doing a lot of daydreaming too about the divine feminine as well. Okay. But right now he's into slow moving actions. It's slow and steady. What he's doing and planning is slow and steady. So how does this look for in the 50s? So that's earth. As on earth as it is in heaven. Clear. What is it reflecting for the divine feminine in heaven as far as in this situation? Thank you. So your higher and the higher dimensions. Woo, this is quite a bit. And that was a jumper, so that wanted me to really pay attention to that. Whoa, you got a lot, divine feminine. So what you need to prepare. I trust the answers I find within me. I know that the presence of love is real. Okay, so again, this, even though this might be a little small token that the divine master had given to you, but they're saying again in your higher self, they understanding that what they gave you is still, you don't need a lot to go on, because you going off of this is understanding that whatever you have got the answer from your divine master, whatever little token he gave you, that was his answer. And you understand that you had to find the answer within as far as what does that token mean to you and how do you see it. I got some cilantro up there. And so I know that the presence of love is real. So even with this little small token, that your higher self is saying, understanding that you know that it's real. Also, Freya. Did I show you this one? Teresa of Avila. Freya, the goddess of discernment. I spend my time wisely. I only say yes when it's a holy hell yes. So you're getting discernment about some things right now where you are. That's probably what he's feeling over here. This is why he's saying what you're doing, the divine master is saying what you are doing now over this past weekend is helping him to give him direction. See, in his emotions, it's like he feels you, divine feminine, telling him, okay, this is what you're going to have to do. If you want to walk through that cemetery and bury something and like really put it to rest, like lay it to rest, this is what you're going to do. This is because you're learning how to now discern things, and now how to, as far as also protect your power and authority of understanding what things you are allowing and what things that you're not. Also, it says white buffalo calf woman, which is the prophetess of the sacred way. My heart is a compass. The path of love is true abundance. Understanding that because of what you are actually doing, of understanding that your heart is a compass and the path of love is true abundance, you're helping the divine masculine create this actions that I just explained to you. And it's moving him on to wanting this. And it's also moving your divine masculine into this. Okay? So this is why now he's telling you, I'm making some actions. Night. Come on. There we go. Some actions. Might be small, but because of you doing this work, helping him to know that, okay, I want to offer him something. Okay, in Hunduna, in the Hinduana, the high priestess, this one moved towards me, so this one really is an emphasis. I am one with my soul, and my soul is a legacy of love. She's beautiful. So now you can be coming into this oneness here. This to me feeds off of this 3 of Cup action. This 3 of Cup action here, energy here, is always spilling over even with the divine master. That's why it's like you, me, and divine spirit. This is what he's moving into, that energy. It's just 3. I hear the song, just you and me. by Tony. So my soul is a legacy of love. This was kind of like the sense of family too. Divine feminine, you also going to take an introspection as far as what I see here in the highest self, as far as what is family, like clearing family ties and family bloodlines as well. So understanding your soul, like your soul family, which also your family as well, because like they say, the heart of the family is soul of family. That's also bringing that too. And then you got Inanna, the queen of heaven and earth. And I have nothing to hide. I see and accept all that I am. So right now you're clearing everything. You're really getting in touch with who you are. That's why I say that spirit, soul, and body, that trinity action I feel here. And then you might be also adapting and allowing other people maybe tell your own truths to your soul families or people that you feel very close to, and letting them know to get kind of very more introspection of who you are. So that helps you to feel more grounded in who you are. Who I am. Okay. All right. For the divine masculine. What's going in the high? In the 50. Make it clear, make it plain. Woo! Jumpers. Energy is strong today. Okay. Self-level. Same one that was for the interesting. Same one that was for the divine masculine read for the other day. Those, they jumped right on out. Okay. Eros. He has love and sexual desire. Well, that's also, again, this was the, hold on, let's see if we do this one. Yeah, they match up. So this one goes with this one. They match up again today. Love and sexual desire. There's a conflict. That's why he's asked about the emotions. The divine feminine is leading him out of this giant conflict. That's why she said, go through the cemetery here, gate here. You got to put something, you got to lay something to rest. And then wedding and serious commitment. This is what he's saying he's moving into, although it's very slow moving action, but that's what he wants. That's what's going on with the energies for the divine masculine. Wow. Let's see, we can get some clarifiers. Can you clarify for me this love and desire? That's too many. So, this is the same thing. The divine feminine said, I am, this is what she said, I have nothing to hide. I see and accept all that I am. And the divine masculine said, I am that I am. All right, when it comes to that sexual thing, that's just who I am. Linear, going straight across the board, hitting all of those things. Love, sexual desire. So that's really keeping on the 3D kind of like level when we talk about that. But I am that I am when it comes to that. Okay, let's look into the next one. Chalices. What's going on with that? He's got to be assertive about whatever this is. And this is why he's using some of that energy and power that he gets for divine feminine to kind of help him to understand. Especially as the number 4. So he's got to really get grounded and rooted in that understanding. And 7, chalices. Logic. That's why he's slow moving on this here energy here, to make sure that he makes this wedding serious commitment, because right now it's becoming logical. It's like this makes sense. Before it wasn't making sense, but now it's making sense. Some things around him now, according to those weekend energies, is making sense for him to say, yeah, I think this is something that I need to do. It's prevalent. It makes sense. Now I'm looking for a place that is not hurting or harming me to think like that. So yes, the divine masculine is moving into that understanding that it's logical. what I'm in is confusion. And it ain't logical for that. Okay. Wonderful. Okay. Glad to hear that. Okay, let's put that over there. Boy, I wish you could see it this time. I got a real nice and deep to here. All right, so what do you think about the connection? Let's see what's happening with the connection. Clear for the Divine Feminist weekend. What's going on? Make it clear, make it plain. I liked that. What's going on for the connection this weekend? Make it clear, make it plain for the Divine Masculine. Divine Feminines, right now, you feel right now in the connection that it's you trying to hold the Divine Masculine in. When it comes to the connection, you're the one holding it, and you are barely at the point where you all are just making that connection, like you just allowing for intercourse, for it to enter, for it to actually intimacy, for it to actually happen. So now you are receiving and accepting of the Divine Masculine, because it seems like he's now getting in his heart space. He's comfortable. You got a pillar behind you. You're comfortable, but right now it seems like you are really the one that's taking the lead, and like he's just being ravished and taken over right now. And right now, because of your bliss, you're able to be in that space because you have pink on as well. This is your cup here. Ace of Cups here. So you're the one who's is taking control of it. You also feel that the Divine Masculine is, now this one is much closer. Divine Masculine is moving in energies of putting down his sword and also putting down his shield is on his end. And you're right now, this is peacock feathers there. To me, you're learning how to be into the beauty of who you are, being able to showcase that as well, and to be attracting things. That's what I think of like a peacock is. It attracts attention. It attracts its beauty. Also, we got here, you got cherry blossoms, and you got the tree over. And so now you all are at that point where right now with the connection that the Divine Masculine is now helping you as well, and you're receiving, but he's also still being nurtured by you. This is where you are. Okay, this could be energetically, this could be physical 3D, but this is how it's all happening right now when we talk about as far as the connection. For the Divine Masculine, here go the peacock again. That's why I said you Divine Feminine, according to the Divine Masculine, for his aspect when it comes to the connection, he said you feeding it. You trying to learn how to be able to be in that energy when it's dealing with the peacock, which is getting things, attracting things, understanding. You're at this stage of you being able to in your beauty, understand the beauty of you, your colors and what you represent and how you're able to attract things. And the Divine Masculine feels like in some ways you all are connected, and he's just there. He feels in some ways like he's really still supporting you, although you're leaning and you're doing the work, what is needed, the attraction and the beauty part of it. And he's just he's just right there supporting you, although you're bending like backwards to the peacock. So he feels like he's supporting you. The next one here, the Divine Masculine feels like it is energies there. He is really assisting you so you can be able to open up and receive this connection, and that you're being very comfortable with it. He's standing in his emotions here, and this is a very firm position that he's in. So he's really dealing with that right there, standing in his emotions as well when he comes. So this is the emotional groundedness that he understands he has to be here. We have also the freedom here. You got the horse here, which is white. Spiritual freedom he wants. He still wants this connection, and he's still supporting the Divine Feminine and understanding her need to be able to still continue to do the work It looks like she's doing work. She's grounding because she's looking down at the ground. And to me, he's got to look like he's looking to see to protect if anything is happening. I got to share that thing that April here did about how the role of the divine masculine is, because this to me portrays all through this reading. Divine masculine says right now in this connection, he feels he's comfortable where he is in this connection. He wants to be nurtured. He still wants the connection because I see penetration here. This is all the way totally penetration. He's still holding her leg up so she can still be open to him. So he's like trying to find ways to be able to make sure that she's open. She's concentrating and focused in on him. She's kind of teasing him a little bit, like she understands she's still in control of him. And she's got her leg up there propped against his leg. So there's a connection there to be able to have this foundation so they can be able to have this connection as well. And her feet is on the pillow. So both of them have their feet on the pillow to be, which is representing feet is understanding. And they're trying to be really comfortable in their understanding about this connection as well. Okay, so this is where we are. The update as far as the connection today. Again, that could be 50, 3D, 4D, any of those things, but this is actually what the connections are for this one. Let's go on and let's see what is the heart of the matter. What is the heart of the matter right now for this energies for this weekend? Clear. Okay, for divine feminine, what you're dealing with, the heart of the matter is forgiving and learning right now. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. You look at this goes several ways. You can look at the past. This is you now. You have matured, and you can look at you at your point where you're immature. You're forgiving on that. You could also look at this as far as also there's some things in which a male figure did to you. He's much mature now, and now, you know, in his younger part in the past, he needs forgiveness about what has happened and transpired. This is because you need to forgive because right now you're at the point you have a deeper knowing. You've gotten over the illusions of things. You have more of an intuitiveness and awareness of what's going on, which is getting rid of this belief of the man in the moon. Because we understand now because it's physical things in the reality of 3D, it causes that shadow. This causes for us to see this man in the moon. You have this treasure island. When you do start this process of forgiving and learning, this is going to help you to be able to discover some things within yourself. In the emotions, turtles means life in your life, so he's going to give life. Like I say, that gave me life. To be able to open up and to receive more love because you're practicing forgiveness and loving, forgiveness and learning, and you are loving. Chaos and conflict. This right here is helping you to understand to stop the conflict because again, if you're not forgiving and learning, you will not be able to go any forward movement because you see this is a horse. This is also a means of transportation. This is also interesting enough made in the same patterns of the giraffe. That means you're playing yourself small right where you are. By you still not forgiving and learning whatever has happened to you. So any type of movement that you have, this will slowly continue to crumble until you have no means to get you from point A to point B or to be able to move forward. So again, you have nothing on the outside around you in the environment to help you on how you maybe should be able to forgive your person or forgive your own self about that. And so in order for you to start that forgiving and learning, you need to do that because it's conflict and chaos. Also, you are blessed. This is why when you move in the energies and you start forgiving and learning, you start to get into your blessed mode. Is things, and then also it stops this round and round energy because it needs to be an ending of a cycle, and you're at the center of it. For the divine masculine, they feel love yourself first. Loving yourself first. So this is at the heart of the matter. Divine masculines, you are not loving yourself. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. So we need to practice that, because again, that's going to help with exchanging the gifts. What you put out there, you get back in return. Right now, because you're not loving yourself, you're not getting that even exchange. You're being flexible, but at the same time, you're doing the dance, and then you also are emotionally masking yourself as well. Okay. Because I really want to just make it 30 minutes. Oh, God. Because this is a quick update. We could update. Okay, what's the shadow that you're hiding? Clear. Perchance to dream. Divine feminine, you're having a problem is letting go of the past to let the future come in. So you're afraid to let things die. You also have the downcast pride about some things. You are rooting yourself into the wrong things, and you have an overactive crown chakra that's going on as well about this, especially about this coming together. Black forest fragrance, you're hiding that you have some ugly parts of you, and that you've got to learn how to embrace the ugly parts as well. Divine masculine, you have masquerade. You're going around saying, oh, everything's cool or everything's copacetic, but your crown chakra is just overactive. You look at it and say, oh, that's kind of pretty, but then you look close and say, oh, that's too much. So this right here is that, you know, you got an overactive crown chakra as well, and that matches up with this downcast pride that the divine feminine has as well. But right now, whatever this masquerade that you're parading around is draining you at the same time. Okay. Let's see. So let's see. I'm on 40. So what's going on with your thinking, divine feminine? Clear, make it plain. We gotta take them cards out. Divine feminine, what's happening in your thinking right now? Death. You know you got to put an end to something you still connected to as well, and you still kind of playing around with this, toying around. You still trying to look cute to me. You like in denial about it, but you know it's got to actually happen. You got temperance here. Temperance here, you got to learn how to be able, it's got that swing, that going with the flow, understanding some things like the tide ebbs and flow, understanding that again, that you have to be able to find a balance to this. At the same time, I'm looking at this man here that's still holding on to the breast here. To me, that could again be some of that going back to what they said, this forgiveness and learning, because it looks like, reminds me of this, it's an old man on here. So that goes back to this card about your past, learning how to nurture yourself and parent your own past to it, or also this male figure that maybe you might have to forgive as well. Also understand the devil energy. Ooh, you working with a lot of energies here, divine feminine. You call yourself being vulnerable at the same time, but you got to kind of, that's that ugly part that they keep on saying that you got to work with, that fragrance here. This ugly part. You got to work with them shadows there, understanding the things that, the ugly part of you that you've got to become one, see it's ugly and see that it is a part of life. Divine feminine say it might be a tower. Now what I pick up this tower might be more of an aha tower, like give you more of an understanding about what's going on as well in your thinking. Knaves of fire to be next thing, understanding that you've got to take some action. Maybe because of whatever's happened here, he looks like he might be a doctor. So understanding that being a doctor as well, that you've got to kind of maybe doctor up some things. You're going to have to doctor, kind of go ahead and kind of see what to make the diagnosis, give yourself the prescription about how you can be able to get over whatever this tower is here. And then next thing, Knight of Fire. So it seems like after you have this tower moment here, whatever it is, it's going to help to push you into action. Like you're saying, oh, you kiss my butt, and you off to your freedom, you know, in doing that. So you're going to have to ride that as well. You look like you're riding off into other territories to kind of conquer. You out of the forest, and you seeing like really a opening into that. Divine Masculine. Your energies this week of understanding again. Divine Masculine, you still feel it's a conflict. You got conflicts all here. The Divine Feminine is talking about actions, and she got some major arcanas. You're still feeling like the Divine Feminine does not have time to kind of come down to you. There's a conflict with that. It's conflict of how you viewing it. You know, she's saying right now it has taken off. You like, wait, but your shoe, and you're trying to give it back to her. And she's like, well, it didn't kind of like take it off now, so I don't really have the time to kind of come back down. I'm kind of in the process of doing something. But that doesn't mean that she's not going to come back to get the shoe. So there's a conflict there. Far as the Divine Feminine, she's ascending right now. And so the Divine Masculine is still kind of in the 3D, in the physical. And we're trying to figure out how could we be able to bring those two worlds together. That's the conflict. Knight of Air, understanding in your emotions, you're ready to take off to your freedom, but you understand that things have got to kind of fall away and give away to something new, and that causes a conflict. And then also understanding that the Divine Masculine, you're thinking you got to move into the energies of understanding that you are in control. You got to fix some things. You're going to have to find yourself dancing to the beat of the drum. And then also it looks like a mechanic, air traffic control, understanding you are the one that can be able to control the conflict that's going on. Now this is Knave of Air, so that means it's like small conflict that you know that you've got to kind of deal with. So once you get that under control, it's going to be smooth sailing for you. Divine, what do I want to say? Do I want to see any karmic actions here? Let me see about love. Don't bring me no 3, 4 different cards here. It did the heart of the matter, though. So that kind of took this place here. Take this back. Okay, let's look at some karmic action. And let's see what you're destined for. Oh, I already did it. What's happening in 3D? I'm fine. Absolutely. Forgive me. I forgot I did do that. Just that quick. Come on. What kind of karmic stuff is going on? Make it clear and make claims for the Divine Feminines. Divine Masculines. Divine Feminines in the karmic energies this weekend here. Looks like to me right now you being able to kind of really take care of, you still got that solar plex energies. We've been talking about this for a week. It's still, but look like even though you're still doing that, even you dealing with your karma and your divine counterparts deal with their karma, you're still finding times to be able to nurture each other as well. That's what's going on, because he looks comfortable and you being nurtured and you're nurturing each other. It's still, we ain't halfway non-karmic or dealing with whatever kind of situations that's blocking us, that's not helping us to come back into union. But at the same time, this is what you all is happening here. We got the 4 of Cups, which again, to me, that's the balance of the twins there too. And then here we have here what's happening karmically here is this look like here, I call this the Phantom of the Opera here. Some of you all are still kind of haunted by your Divine Masculines as well. This is a 1 here. And you're understanding that he wants you, but it's something about him to say, I just can't go that far as to really claim it. It's like you've seen that in movies, and like she in her own world, and he's like, I'm standing right here. So your divine masculines, a lot of you all, even in your karmic situations, and them in their karmic situations, are really still right there. You can feel them, and you might not be recognizing and knowing that they are, but the divine, even through your situation, that the karma is like it's so close but yet so far. He's right there, but he still is that, and that's kind of the karma there as well. For the divine masculine, what's going on with him? Divine masculine's energies here, right here. So whatever it is, how to if emotionally, he feels like he's really exposed here. And karmically, it looks like one more little move here, he can fall right off the ledge to where he is. These are some of the karmic actions that he is. So he's still kind of exposed and trying to help out, nurture others, trying to be the one that's nurturing. But at the same time, with his sacral energies here, which is exposed, he's connected with other people. He's trying to manifest things right where he is. But he's still a little guarded right here, which it says, to me, in the solar plexus area here. Most of the time, I know I went to a man and he told me that people who stand like this, they're being defensive as well. They're guarding things, and he always trained me to not to do that, to stand open, because I was blocking the energy. So we're still kind of blocking the energies, divine masculines, a little bit there when it comes to our emotions. Right here, I'm picking up here, understanding that this is one big wand here, knowing that we got to take some action there, but we're still hiding our emotions here. Looks like to be like not letting anybody know what we want to do, but at the same time, he is wanting to be in the driver's seat, but not, it looks like to be underneath somebody else's control. I don't really see you being in the driver's seat like this. So right now, you're not in the driver's seat. Emotionally, you got to take actions, but you're not in there as well. And you're masking your emotions, and that might be, and again, you're not standing in your power. Your solar plexus is blocked. It looks like you waiting to be. That's what it looks like. You waiting as well. So that's right there. You're not taking really the actions there. I don't know. You're not comfortably in the driver's seat as well, and that's kind of some of the karmic things that's going on with you, divine masculine. What is the energies that the divine wants you to kind of move into? So we talked about the karmic energies for this weekend. Let's look at this. Let's look at the destiny that they want you to move into. Clear. Woo! This is for both. Overall energies that Source wants you all to get into is understanding forgiveness. That's on both sides. Understanding all twin flames. Kind of, again, reach for your intuition and your awareness to help you to know about what you need to forgive to surpass the illusion. Okay? Sunset, something's kind of going down. Stay focused as well. You got mountains that you have to deal with or challenges, but the universe wants you to stay focused. And they want you to go with the flow. That came out earlier too. And somebody say, go with the flow. We got the moon here. Understand you go with intuition and awareness. Especially with that moon energies. Moon energies really affects the water, the pattern, the draw, the ebbs and flow of the water is really controlled by the moon energies. That means by your emotions. How fast, how slow, how it goes back and forth. And so they want you to get into the flow of things. Work it very quickly. Let me move you over here. So I can tell you might fall. What's the divinity that they want you to move into? Your divineness, divine feminine, clear for you. Divine feminine energies. Want you to stay open, have an openness. They want you to go ahead and hold hands with that dark part of you, your light and your shadow. Be friends with it so you can be able to walk off into the sunset. They want you to do that. For the divine masculine, what the Source wants you to do? as far as getting into your divinity. Goddess of power. They want you to get in your power no matter what's going on here. Whatever this is here that's maybe got a hold of you not being able to get into the driver's seat like you're supposed to, and your emotions that's making you do this, because this is all here. They're saying get it. The Lilith. Understanding Lilith is one that, again, that she did do things, karmic acts to make things happen in her way, but she also taught you how you can still be able to be in your power. Please, to understand that you get knowledge by those situations, and understanding that it helps you to shed some of the skin, like this snake that is represented in this card. Although there's darkness and it might be a jungle all around you. Okay, and then also, we're going to 50, I see. What things need to change, because we get solutions on this one. We're not just one that we just go ahead and just give you that, but we give you solutions. This weekend, clear. Woo! All right. I knew who that was. That tell me that goes for that side. Thank you. Sentimental feelings. And you probably need to get change your sentimental feelings because of why you're thinking about something in the past, because that's stopping you to be able to truly get into your forgiveness and learning. And then you also need to make a decision, also divine feminine. It's about what's actually going on. So again, get in your heart chakra, let the spirit open you up, get into your solar plexus, which is standing in your power, and transform your sacral chakra energies, which is how you are connecting with others and how you are also manifesting things. Sentimental feelings, again, it's got to do with imagination because it's got light blue, but you got to transform your sacral energies, which how you're connecting with others, how as far as your relationships, how you're relating to others, and how you manifesting things. And you too still have spirit going on there at the center of it. Understand you got to get your stand in your power. Divine masculine. With you, what they're saying here is that health care changes. Some of you all I've seen on some readings said that your health is being plagued by you staying in situations that are no longer healthy for you. And so you've got to start eliminating that, because some of you all are having some very physical ailments that are coming up to the forefront, which is letting you know that that's got to stop. Anytime your body says you a signal like that that's not pleasurable, you should start kind of looking into what is my body actually trying to say to me. Clear. What things needs to change according to spirit. What things need to change according to spirit. For the divine feminine, they say they surrender to receiving and support and love. So again, allow the love and support of others in rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. That's what it says. The card overall says for you to get in touch with get in touch with a consistent community with other people. If you're thinking about that and you need somebody to join the Sunshine Circle, we meet on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 1 p.m. Central via Zoom. Is a way to connect with ladies. I give you accountability activities. We do meditations. We do check-ins to see where you are, because sometimes when you're in twin flame journey, you're not able to talk. Nobody understands what you're going through, and you talk with ladies that really truly understand you. And then also I do master's class in that, so this is very beneficial for you to be a part. If you're interested in that, it's just $22 for the month. And that you can go to divineunisource11.co. For the divine master, you need to surrender to what is. Flow with what is intended Flow with what is instead of fighting it. When you can't change a situation, compassionately accepting it exactly as it will bring you peace. And they said it earlier for you to go with the flow. Okay? They want you to continue to do that. Okay, let me get the rebel cards. And then it's a wrap. Okay, let's look and see how Spirit wants you to start looking at this connection this weekend. Bring you out. Clear. Divine feminine. They want spirit. Once you start looking at it as a thing of understanding. Okay. All right. Start looking at it as, again, finding ways in which you can give your thinking to your emotions pleasure. You got to get into some action as far as with yourself. Or then you can talk about the 3D as well. Finding more so that being there and giving pleasure to your divine masculine is not a bad thing as well. And then also understanding, to me, you need to start the adventure, not the journey. Start the adventure of making your way up to home. You need to start making actions to be able to do that. These look like almost like hearts to me, like almost like follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow, follow the yellow brick road. Okay, so looks like to be divine masculine here, your energy is understanding again. Instead of at the beginning where you took your divine feminine and you left her on the side of the road, on her side here, this card right here is looking right dead at me. I might take this one. Hold on one second. I take a card to go underneath that. Because I got these nails on. Instead of you leaving your divine feminine at the side of the road, they say you need to take her with you while you going on your night thing. You need to take her, even if it's energetically, to whatever you're about to go conquer, and you need to take her with you, because already she showed you before the way in which you could be able to go. So you need to keep on energetically taking your divine feminine, because she's vulnerable. And several things they tell me, because she's vulnerable where you're leaving her. So you need to really actually take her, because you don't want to live there being vulnerable. Also, understand there's a snake with this cup. So again, you need to take it with you, because wherever you're at right there, this cup that you have here is when you got the snakes, it's like stopping you from being able to offer that cup of love. Anyway, so she looked like she's looking back at it, she's laughing. So whatever this thing that's going on by you taking her with her, divine feminine is laughing, because they like, you leaving that thing behind, that whatever was a blockage for you all to not be together. So this horse is saying, we move you into the energies that you all will be together, and you'll look at that as the thing of the past. So that's the energies that they're working on with you. We got the Six of Chalices, understanding that right now, divine master, you're going to have to go and get some knowledge. You might have to go in the hermit mode, do some more reading, do some more introspection, do some more understanding of yourself, in order for you to be able to have about what's your next move. Because since you're strategizing, it's got knights here all over energies for you for these cards. So that's what they want you to get into. And then also, being able to add there, although you in this night here, this looks like after you have your victory, making sure that you could be able to pour all that love wine on your feminine as well, so you can be able to pour that cup of love on her and her alone. Interested. You sure look like you want to touch the booty, and she don't look like she fighting either. Yeah. So this is the energies that Source wants you to move into. Last thing, what is it? Oh, wow. This energy update. This is for 2 days here. Clear. What is last parting words you want to say? Source. Wow. And this down below. That's a playing card. Okay, parting words. Open your mouth. Talk. Use big words like validate, acknowledge, and empathize. That's what they want you to do, especially this here. Open your mouth. Speak it into existence, especially when we right here. You look on the cusp. Look like a lot of us, really, if we work on that forgiveness and that healing, that's why I'm having that ceremony, really for the divine feminines energies. Remember, even if you're a masculine or a human male, you have feminine energies. In the feminine energies, we need to heal that. That came out a lot, forgiving and learning. So that would really be a good way for you all to be able to kind of push through to have this union, because it looks like the divine masculine, all through these energies here, is ready to strategize and really make these moves here. And according to this last card, which looks very good, that you all ride off to the sunset, and you even laugh at the things that stopped you all from being able to move forward. So they say open your mouth, and so use words. You need to validate this is happening. You need to acknowledge that this is happening, and you need to empathize about what both parties and sides are actually going through. They say next say have sex. Do you really need a card for this? So this is coming on. We've seen the divine masculine wanted that energy is really wanted bad. They're coming together, have intimacy, have that sacred sex. So it could have that healing as well. So again, those things, if that resonates with you all, and some of you all at that point that you say that seems like it would heal you or whatever, Spirit is saying to do that. You can have 50 sex as well, but whichever way it is for you. They're saying, and I'm not advocating, if you're not comfortable and you're not in that point. But some of you all, it is pushing you all to say to do that. Okay, now it's not everybody. Like I said, don't resonate for everybody, but some of you all, they want to do that. It says that because it says in some ways it's going to help him to get into this energy. Maybe that's that little thing he want to give you as well. And also, irritated, eat, cuddle, sleep, and repeat. That means keep on doing whatever. If you're irritated by something, keep on doing it until it just subsides. That's what I say, eat, cuddle, sleep. I mean, do things to distract you to get out of that space that you're in. We know that the energies is kind of heavy for some at this time, and so that might be affecting you. And some of you all might say, well, I feel angry, I feel agitated for no reason. And so that's what they're saying, those things. Eat, maybe go and do something, read something that kind of feel like some nourishment for that time. And then also move on to cuddle, which just means do some self-love with yourself. And then sleep on it, which means just to rest. Okay, and if that doesn't still get rid of those energies, just keep on doing it until it actually resonates. All right, then, this is your weekly update. If you like what I was doing here, again, you could go to Divine Unisouls 11 and you could get book with me a reading. Thank you for those of you all that my first time looking. Click like and share if you feel moved to do that. Also, don't forget, we're going to have the healing service this Sunday as well, to open us up and get ready for the new portal. And so that would be, again, 7:30 Central Time, 8:30 Eastern Time as well. I give instant readings. If you like readings and you want a reading from me right away without having to wait time, you could use the instant reading, which is I have 7 situations in it and 4 solutions. You pick the situation and the solution, or the combination, or just one or the other. And situations is $7 for the reading and $4 for the solution. And as soon as you pick it and you pay your money, and instantly you get a reading from me instantly, right then and there. All right, then. So as always, go to divineUnisouls11.co. If you don't know, read the information in the description below. All right, then. As always, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascending. Namaste, Namago. Love you.